Alright, new season, Fortnite, Battle Pass Chapter 7, Season 3. So we're starting off with, the sprites are back, but as a skin. So we have the Guardian. That's actually pretty cool. Damn, these sprites are back for action instead of just being running around all over the place. Next we got Backbling. Sprite, keep your sprites safe. So basically, if I remember right, this is a new thing they were talking about where you'll collect sprites and you don't just pick the sprite to put for your pilot, because you could change the pilot up there so you don't have to have that blue one always. You could also have them, you could pick one to put in your backbling, so that is pretty cool. So far the two rewards are pretty cool. Here comes the 7 sweep glider. I like the design, but I don't like the shape of the glider because it's basically kind of a reskin of another glider. Next we have a spray. I love the spray. Guardian Strikes. Next we got the soundtrack. The reason it sounded more like a theme of Japan is because these guys were first introduced in the Japanese theme Fortnite, so that's pretty cool to have that. Then we got the rap. Not bad. If we trigger fire, there's no reaction, but I do like the color. Next, we got the pickaxe. That's been pickaxe. I like the animation of the pickaxe, and I like it's a one pickaxe because I'm not a big fan of the dual pickaxe, and I like the sword. And it's animated without even swinging it, so you got the pulse of it. That's pretty cool. Next, we got Champion of the Sprites. So basically, he's the guardian of the other sprites. So it looks like we're going to have a fish stick sprite, a pillow sprite. We have the duck one already, a cloud one, and a 7 one. That's pretty cool. So the first page is pretty cool. Next we have Guardian Parade. Run, little sprites. That's amazing. Next we have Sprite Guardians. So you could have... So maybe we're going to have different versions of them. Because it says Symbol of Guardian. This is the one like how we had the challenges. So if we go to the next one, it says Sprite Guardians. It's just emoticon. Then we got V-Bucks. That's okay. Then we got Sprite Seat. I like the AI. And it's animated. Here's the Contrail. Sprite Fall. So basically, they're all parachuting. That's actually pretty cool. Next, we got the final one. The Guardian. Nice color. So it says Symbol of Guardian. So let's view the comments. So basically, you see all these. You could use any of these to change the pilot. See, once you find them, then you're gonna have different pieces of armor. Then you're gonna have more body armor. Then you're gonna have more body armor, and then you can have all these colors, which is actually pretty cool. We haven't had a. So that is the first one. The next character, we're gonna start with the emote. Draw the line. So we're gonna view it. So. I was hoping it would... Oh, there we go. It's going to play. This one I like. So it looks like that customization one of the first skin. We haven't had custom skins in a long time because we had the Maya one that was... It was a one-time thing. Then we had the Alien one that at least it was a one-time thing and you could keep changing it. The fish stick one you could keep changing. And it's good to have this one now. The first... Now we have Void Eye. Just an emoji. I don't care for that one. We got shoes for the... We don't really get shoes in the Battle Pass. I mean, sometimes we do, but not as much. I really like these ones. Ugh. The Dark Void Cube. Grr. We never did. What? Next is Blade of the Void. Fear Nothing. Here's the back bling. That's pretty cool. And then here's her skin. Pretty cool. I'm assuming she works for the Dark Void, so she is also a villain. So I think the Sprite Guardian is on the good side. This one's going to be a villain against us because she has the energy of the void of the Dark Voyage. So either she'll betray him or she's one of his guardians. I'm gonna go with Guardian. So that's interesting. Next we got her sword, Blade of Cold Star. I really like that. Next we got her glider. Ugh. I'm a disappointed in this glider. I like the color. I'm disappointed in this glider because it's just a default glider. I think the kid did something a little better for it, but nice colors. Then you got V-Bucks, soundtrack. Then we got Fallen Stars, I Am His Blade. Yep, so she is against, so she works for the Dark Voyage, so she's against us. Interesting. So I'm assuming she's also going to get a red style based on the loading screen. But here is her Cold Star Void Blade. This is pretty cool. I think I like the purple more than the first one. Next, we got a Key Star Duck Key. So basically we have, this is for Festival. It's also a pickaxe, backbling, and an instrument. So we're going to view it as a... Now that's a pretty cool animation for the pickaxe. Here's what it looks like as a backbling, and then this is what it looks like as the instrument. Next we have Cluster Cage. So I'm assuming it will react if you get elimination, so that's pretty cool. Next we got Quack Smatcher. You better quack. No, it doesn't quack. I like the money coming out, but you had your... Oh, Fortnite, you had your option to make that quack every time it hit item. I guess that would be annoying, but that would be cool to have. I like the animation though. I like this glider. I mean, it's like another default glider, but I like this one because this one leaves a little more detail. We got Lucky Duck. And then finally, we got Cluster. He's a summer theme one, looks like. Pretty cool. Next we have Cluster's Backstroke. Well, that's really cool. Then we got his Golden Quack. Oh, I like this one better. That's actually pretty cool. Got more V-Bucks. We got a golden version of the backbling pickaxe. Let's see. The money turns gold instead of rainbow colors. Nice. And then the final one, Golden Cluster. Love it. Next, we got Listen Up emote. I like that emote. Then we got Boombox. I love this one too. Oh, the Boombox is literally taken literally. He's got a bomb. His music is too explosive. Then we got the backbling. Probably reacts to music because it looks like it's reacting. Then we got the pickaxe. Let's view the pickaxe. I like the pickaxe. That's pretty cool. The sound sweeper. I love the contra. And then Heatwave PJ. This is her skin. Pretty cool. Next we got the Nightwave pickaxe. Same thing, but just different colors. That's pretty cool. Banner. Really don't care for that. V-Bucks. Not a big fan of her glider. We got SOS Save Our Sprites. I love this one. And then finally, we got her Night Light. I like this one too. I like the purple hair and all that. And then this is the Heat Wave. So I guess this one is more of another summer skin. So we have two ones that belong to the theme, which would be the Sprite Guardian and the Guardian of the Dark Voice. Then we got two summer skins. And then now we have Wolf Howl. Like the emote. Cosmo Wolf. Howl into the void. So maybe he works for the Dark Voyage too? That one's hard to tell what he works for. But that's pretty cool looks. Then we got the wrap. If we fire it, it's a little animation when you fire it. The thing glitches, but nothing cool. Still cool. I like his back bling. I'm not a big fan of his pickaxes. Not because they're dual. I'm just because we always seem like we get a lot of knife pickaxes. Next, we got the skin. It's pretty cool. I'm really hoping he's actually not. I don't know if he's good or bad, but I hope he's not on the Dark Voice team. I hope he's like, because it says on the prowl. I hope it's like it's like gonna be a whole thing where we're gonna get some different other ones that are like wolf skins too. I'm not saying the stack one like this, and they're like a pack, and he's like the leader of it. So it'll be like 3 teams. You got the good ones with Hope and Jonesy. You got the bad one with Dark Void, and then you got the wolf pack. That'd be cool. And then I guess they'll fight for neutral, or they'll fight for whichever side they think they agree with. So. Next we got wolf tactical things. So we got the blades. Still don't like the pickaxe. Banner. Emote. V-Bucks. A tactical pack. And then finally his skin. I like the original one better. The silver. Next we got Speedboat. So this is a cool glider. I like this glider. Then we got the Dylan's Attention. I like this one. I like the spray. Cartoon version. The whole... That's a pretty cool backbling. No. Then we got I'm not a big fan of the... wrap. Windfall. I like this. Or Winefall. I think it's Winefall more. I like the fall. And finally, Dylan. Here's her skin. Not bad. Next we got Merc Step. Okay. Then we got Silver Chainsaw. Not a bad one. We got V-Bucks. Banner. Then we got Loading Screen. Not bad. And then we got her other style. Not bad. Next, we got a storyline character again. Sloan is back. So we got her emote. That's a pretty cool emote. Then we got Sprite. Sprites are causing troubles for her. That's pretty cool. Glider. I like the futuristic glider. That's pretty cool. Then we got the wrap. It's very automatically reactive. That's not bad. We got backbling, pretty cool. And here's the main skin. Then we got a question mark to be revealed. Then we got light wave axe. I like the white. I like that. Not bad. That's a pretty cool pickaxe. Then we got just a spray. V-Bucks. Another style. So we have a new version of Similarity. So this one's probably gonna be an item shop, like how we had Hope. Like Hope right here was an item shop which got this style. So we got a new version of Similarity. So that's pretty cool. Without her helmet, it looks like. So we got her. So it looks like she's on our side. Sloan is actually helping Jonesy. Thank God. So we at least have a couple teammates. And then we got Light Waves, so that's not bad. And then another one that's got to be revealed later on. Then our collab skin, we got John Wick, starting with Guns Glider. I like this glider, so it's just basically animated. That's pretty cool. Then we got different versions of John Wick. Really good artwork. Then we got the wrap. I really like the wrap. It is not animated, but still pretty nice. We got a nice spray. Instrument, not bad. Emoticon, and then here is the skin. John Wick pen and ink. I like this version, actually. So that's pretty cool. It's basically the one in the item shop, just pen and ink style, which is actually pretty cool. Looks really, honestly, the pen and ink styles, like we had the Mandalorian one plus this one now, these look really good. And then we finally get his dog! That's amazing. On the next page, we get coin toss, V-Bucks, the kind of thing with a pencil from the scene from the movie. That's pretty cool. Nunchucks. This is actually pretty good. I think those are really cool pickups. And if you have the Ninja Turtles, you have the Ninja Turtle skins, that would also go good with that for a combo. I like the banner. I'm not a big banner person, but I like the banner. Backbling. I like this one. Oh, it's animated too. That's cool. And then you got this, and then another thing that will be revealed later on July 30th. So next are the bonus rewards, starting with the gold chainsaw. That's pretty cool. Next is Barwood's Bra. So okay. So this is, she's obviously from Dark Void. She's the Guardian. He's part of Dark Void too, because he's shooting at them. And I'm assuming these two is for Team Hope. So that's pretty cool. And I like this little duck spray. He's like, yeah, we're pretty much just sitting here. We should probably shoot back. So that's pretty interesting. Next we got Silver Speedboat. That's pretty cool. Then we got the Queen card. Then we got Silver. I like that one. Then we got Emoticon. And then finally, Pastel Punisher. That's actually pretty cool. Next we have, these are going to be the supercharged levels, so we won't see these until June 25th. So next we have Trouble Ready. So he's blue, I mean red now. I don't know why I said blue. He's red! I like that. I like the red one. Then we got the glider, Night Quack Closer. I like this one. Then we got the pickaxe. Still should have made a quack noise. Ducky Coin. Oh god, they're making fun of Bitcoin again. That's pretty funny. Then we got Night. I like that one. And then Ducky Drop. I like that one. And then finally, Night Captain. Ooh, I like this one. This one's anime too. You got ducks floating in him. That's actually pretty cool. And then again, supercharged styles. Next we got Radio Rider. That's a pretty cool one. Again, default glider. Not a big fan of that, but colors are nice. Then we got the running unit. Interesting. They're all together this time. Radio Star. This one's animated when fire. Interesting. Then we got loading screen. Not bad. Pickaxe. I mean backbling. That's pretty cool. And then finally her other style. Pretty cool. And then whatever. Next we got Sloan. Starting with the axe. I like the axe. Then we got Nerd's Rule. Spray. Glider. Pretty nice. Then we got another loading screen. Just with these three. Sloan. And then final Rider Forward. And then her supercharge. Finally we got Reality Blades. That's pretty cool. I Heart Sprites. I love that sprite. Not a good glider, just a default glider. Loading screen. Pretty cool. Wrap. Animate when you shoot. Backbling. Pretty cool. And finally, Space Burn. That's actually pretty cool. And then, wherever her supercharges are. Overall, I say this Battle Pass is an 8 out of 10. Until next time, peace out.